Welcome to LemonSoft Video Tutorials. In this tutorial, you will learn how to make changes or updates in an already defined invoice in the system. You will also learn how to restrict any updates to an already defined invoice. From the Shop Activities menu, click Sale and Return. In order to change or update an invoice, you must first load it in the grid. To do the needful, you can either click the navigation buttons to search for the desired invoice. Or click the Search Invoice button to search for the desired invoice and load it on the Sale and Return screen. Now we will tell you which properties of the invoice can be altered. We can change the quantity of any product. Delete any of the products in the invoice. Moreover, we can also add a product in the list. We can even change the mode of payment. The invoice made on cash can be changed to credit or credit card if it is allowed. Similarly, you can change the invoice made on credit to cash or credit card. Change the invoice made on credit card to cash or credit if it is allowed. One thing you cannot alter is that the invoice made on cash, credit or credit card cannot be changed to cash and credit mode or vice versa. This is the only restriction in the system. After updating, click the Update button to update the changes made to the invoices. In business, usually the permission of updating invoice is not given to all users, or just limited alteration is granted. For this, we control the rights of the users through the Security menu by selecting Group Rights. Through this, we can control the rights granted to each user on updating the invoices. The user not granted the rights to updating or deleting the invoices will not be able to update or delete the invoices. Moreover, we can even set a restriction on updating an invoice after a certain period of time, even by a user who is allowed the rights of updating or deleting. For example, we can restrict the invoice to be altered today and not any time afterwards. This can be done by two ways. Firstly, we can physical audit the invoice. Through this, the invoices updated up to the physical audit date are locked for any further updates. So any invoice updated up to this point cannot be altered. In our example, the physical audit date is November 3rd. From the Shop Activities menu, select Physical Audit. Through the Physical Audit screen, you can ensure to lock or restrict invoices generated up to the date of the physical audit for any further updates in the system. This implies that the check date of 3rd November 2009 is the physical audit date, which restricts you from making any changes in invoices up to that point of time. When we try updating any invoice defined up to the physical audit, the system displays the message that the physical audit exists. Therefore, no inventory impact would be made. However, if we try to update an invoice made after the physical audit, this is allowed in the system. Physical audit is usually done once a month. If we want to lock an invoice from updates even created a day prior to the current date, this means the invoices we have taken into account through reports, we don't want to alter them. By closing the point of sale, you will not be able to alter any invoice on that date or any date before it. This can be done by accessing Point of Sale Cash Flow Management screen from the Shop Activities menu. The system is displaying the closing balance. The system is also telling how much closing balance is required in form of cash. You need to specify the quantity of each note for cash equivalent to the closing balance in the physical cash area. Once done, submit the cash and click Save. Now the record tag displays when the point of sale is saved. We check the impact of closing the point of sale on an invoice. When attempted to update an invoice made before the closing of point of sale, the system restricts from any such alteration. However, you are allowed to update an invoice made after the closing of point of sale. In this video, you have learned how to alter and restrict updates in an invoice. Thank you for your attention.